When I saw the press conference by Mr. Peter Obi yesterday, I thought it was needless. If Mr. Peter Obi is considering a career in evangelism, yeah, there are many people who have gone from other careers into evangelism, but within the framework of the electoral process, what he did yesterday was just, in my view, just seeking media attention, looking for publicity. Why do I say so? The electoral process is effectively a process. If you, as a principal member of the process, if you have any grievances, the best place to go to is the court of law, and which is what Atiku Abubakar has done, the presidential candidate of the PDP, pursuing his matter in the court of law. The last time Waziri Atiku Abubakar had a press conference, he came out and said he wanted the candidate of the NMPP, Rabiu Kwankwanso, to join him, and also Peter Obi of the Labour Party to join him. The Labour Party released a statement and said they were not part of it. Okay, is it that now the Labour Party has changed its mind? The only appropriate forum that Mr. Peter Obi can adopt is to go to court to say he has issues to raise. But to come forward and then be giving a press conference and moralizing, it doesn't quite fall within the framework of the matter before us. But of course, for publicity purposes, for attention-seeking purposes, what he has said has generated attention. And I think that the response that he has received from Felix Moka of the APC is in place. What Felix Moka has said is that the 8.9 million people who voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the election, in the presidential election, they were not groggy when they did. So there's clearly a division on the matter in Nigeria. And the only place you can resolve it is not through propaganda, it's not media attention, it's in the court of law. So Mr. Peter Obi must be very clear about the fact that the matter is now before the Supreme Court, and it's only the Supreme Court that can decide on that particular matter.
Una mind no go touch ground. Una mind no go touch ground.
His past election, and again, that takes me to today. I had already put up my speech, and suddenly I realized, and I watched my own brother that I respect so much, Peter Obi, who is also a presidential candidate for Labour Party. He came up on a rise this morning to say that our president, a man that is the #1 man of this country, should come out and explain his state. So by now, a man who served 8 years as a governor, you don't know his state, should tell us his background educationally. Is that right?
No.
What am I trying to say here? Is an insult to Nigeria as a nation for you to call out our president, who was massively supported and elected and confirmed and validated as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to come and stand before who? To say he's from this state, from this country, from this region, from the locality. Does he owe us that?
No.
What president owe us now is to take us to our destination of choice. Yes. So I'm disappointed in a man that I respect so much, my brother, who stood firm to run for the Igbos. It may not be turned now, but it could come in future. But whatever he does now is going to play out in future. So let us be cautioned, and let all Igbos not be misled by this press interview that our own brother Peter Obi granted their rights. Thank you. On this note, I once again call on my darling brothers and sisters, the Igbos from the Eastern region, to please embrace peace and unity.
No.
Una mind no go touch ground. Una mind no go touch ground.
Una mind no go touch ground at all. So wetin be the offence of Peter Obi now? Shey because im grant interview, press interview like every other person, Why attack this man just because of press interview? This man is a presidential candidate as far as I'm concerned. And he was the one that won the election. Only that Tinubu and Yakubu took his mandate. Not took, they stole his mandate. And if there is any issue on ground, you expect him not to grant interview. What is wrong in Peter Obi granting press interview? Why all this attack here and there? The problem with APC people is that they don't want anybody to talk about the forgery of Tinubu. During Mesoma's case, everybody, everywhere, internet, press, whatever, they were talking about this young girl. Nobody remembers the trauma we are putting her into. It's just that because we are talking about Tinubu, a whole president. And so what? He was a governor for 8 years. For that reason, nobody should ask him questions, right? We are talking of a whole president of a country being linked with certificate forgery. And you are telling us that Peter Obi shouldn't have granted press interview.
Una mind no go touch ground. Una mind no go touch ground.
The one that Atiku Abubakar did, immediately he got that certificate. So that one was not an interview. Okay, that one is different. When it comes to Peter Obi, every eyes will open. You people are trying to defend Tinubu. Please defend Tinubu, but allow Peter Obi to breathe. Allow him to breathe. Press interview can be granted by anybody. It doesn't matter whether you are a president, whether you are whatever. Anybody can grant press interview. So Peter Obi own is not different. He came up here and said his mind. That was all. You people don't want anybody to talk about Tinubu. The atrocity that you people are committing in this country, nobody should say it. Please, everybody should free this man. Peter Obi has not committed any crime. My people, I want you guys to watch this video. This was a press interview granted by Atiku Abubakar. Nobody talked about it. Okay, this one is all right. But when it comes to Peter Obi, it becomes a taboo. Sentiment is killing us. Please, madam, leave Igbo race out of your bitterness. Nobody cares. Thank God people gave you woto in the comment section. I went to the comment section and I read it. I saw the woto that people gave you. That is good for you. But please leave Peter Obi alone. My people, when I watched this interview granted by Atiku Abubakar.
That because of this issue, this alleged certificate forgery, that some persons have reached you by way of trying to intervene, to put pressure on you, purportedly from the president, for you to step down on this matter. If it is true, will you step down on this matter? That's one. Secondly, you are fighting this cause. What is the fate of your business interests? Do you fear that maybe, should you continue, that your business interests might be threatened because of the powers from the presidency? Thank you very much.
Okay, let me start from the business perspective, because it's the latest in the series of questions that you asked. Yes, as you might have read in several other places, I was, in fact, not involved, in fact, I was the founder of one of the biggest oil and gas logistics company since the military area. And as soon as Buhari government came, even though we had license, we had got nothing to do with government. We were only contractors in logistics to the oil companies, not government. But as soon as Buhari came, all those contracts were revoked and taken away from us till today. So I'm not doing any government business. Yes, in other businesses, agriculture, manufacturing, and so on and so forth. So that's as far as government business is concerned. So I'm not scared of any business being taken away from me. It has already been taken away from me since the beginning of 1990, since Buhari's time. They took it and distributed it among themselves. So what was the other question? Not really. Yes, immediately after the elections, I was told there was a delegation of governors who claimed, they were sent, by the president. But I did not even allow them to get into my house. I didn't.
So will you drop this fight?
I will only drop the fight when the court rules. If the court rules that I am right, fine. If the court rules that he is right, so that's the end of the fight. Because at the moment we are at the Supreme Court, and there is no any other court than the Supreme Court.
Thank you, Excellency.